Hello my friends, I am Sarah. Welcome to Grace My Space. I can't believe it. This video is 8 months in the making and I am about to show you our completed kitchen renovation. In the making really deserves a moment to look back, see where we started, walk through a little bit of the design plan, and then show you everything and how it turned out. I'm gonna do a back and forth, a before and after for each section of the kitchen, because this renovation was not a rip out and reinstall where everything was before. We added 2 brand new 5-foot windows. We added a new sliding door. We removed 2 existing windows, moved the door location down. We added this wall behind me. Wasn't there before. We moved it 5 feet this way to accommodate the bathroom on the back end. We did all new electrical, all new insulation, all new plumbing, all new drywall, all new everything, literally everything. It was not here before. It existed in my brains, and my contractor and the cabinet makers and the electricians and the plumbers and the flooring people and the painters and everybody that went into this created the kitchen of my dreams. Almost got a little teary. Let's start with a reminder of where we started and a quick recap of my original design plans. Now, one of the very important elements of this renovation is that we are going to be adding on. So this space over here, which I will show you in a minute, is going away, and this entire space is becoming the new kitchen. We have a lot of things that we have to do in this kitchen. We have bulkheads to remove, we have new plumbing, we're gonna add windows, we're adding cabinetry, we're completely gutting the space. We're moving the entire wall forward that the fridge sits on so that we can accommodate a larger bathroom on the back side of that. And so there is a lot going on in this space, a lot of very precise measuring, designing, laying out. I think I've done at least a dozen different variations of what the kitchen layout could be, all structured around one pipe in the wall. It is the bane of my existence, but that is reno life. With that quick recap in mind of what we planned for this space, let me walk you through about 4 months of demo and reconstruction to get us to the point where we would be ready for the cabinetry and the actual installation of the kitchen. As you can see, we reframed most of this space. We had to do a lot of work with electrical and with plumbing. We installed brand new windows and moved the slider door down, taking out one of the large panels to accommodate space for a coffee hutch appliance garage. We did all new insulation drywall. We added lights in the ceiling where there were none before. Of course, also the finishing touches made this whole space feel like a home again, including new engineered hardwood flooring. And we finally got to the point where cabinetry was delivered 4 months after the space was demoed and started, and now we are ready for a massive kitchen install. The day the cabinets were delivered, it looked like there was no way that they were all going to fit in the space, but just wait and see how it came together. Day 1 of the kitchen install. They got so much done. The entire perimeter is set. This is the old stove. The island has been started. It's not done, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And we have some really, really fun details in store for the end panels. Hardware is gonna go on. There's gonna be a hutch. Just gotta wait for the countertops to get templated and installed, and then we can move on to things like the backsplash and the hood and the lighting and the electrical. So what a start. Now, even though the cabinetry is only set but not completed, I want to walk you through a few of the design features that I chose for the kitchen. This back pantry, I chose to do a shaker style door with extra applied molding for a little bit more of a traditional and really beautiful look. But as you can see, I kept the drawer fronts, which are a little cockeyed right now, but eventually they get fixed. I kept these flat. It's called a slab front drawer, and that is for cleanability, but also because I had a lot of details going on in this kitchen, and with that amount of drawers, huge banks of drawers, I did not want those to be busy looking, and I wanted the rest of the space, like this beautiful island, to shine. I chose to do a curved end panel on the island, which was a little bit unique, and I brought the idea to the cabinet maker and they executed my vision beautifully. And we did a full island as well as a coffee hutch and open shelving in a beautiful walnut wood. It's a natural walnut with a simple glaze on top, not stained. And the cabinetry I did in Revere pewter from Benjamin Moore. All the hardware is from Amarok and it's beautiful. Today is countertop day. This is such an exciting day. We have had the cabinets installed for 3 weeks, and we just had some plywood on top of a section of the island to have some kind of countertop space, prep space for cooking. And now we finally get the countertops, which is going to set off a chain reaction of completing the backsplash and the hood vent and all of the electrical and the shelving and the appliance hutch. And then the kitchen will officially be done. And this has been 7 months in the making. We probably have another month to go until all those items are complete. But this is a big day. Adding countertops is going to transform how this looks.
I will say though that this has been quite convenient, just, for baking purposes. Don't even have to open the drawers.
We purchased our countertops from Lakeside Surfaces, which is a local Michigan company. If you're in the area, make sure and check out my description to get a free quote for your project. They have amazing customer service. This is the 4th project that I have done with them, and I'm always impressed. We chose Envy Quartz in the color Solaro, and it has this beautiful subtle veining. I love the way that it lets the rest of the kitchen shine, but it is not boring at all. It still has plenty of movement and beauty, even though it is a quartz and is highly durable. For our hardware, I chose the color Golden Champagne, which is a modern take on a traditional gold, and I love how it pops against the walnut, as well as against the Revere pewter cabinets, which was a little difficult to make sure that the hardware that I chose would work well on both tones. Now, if you have been part of Grace and My Space for any length of time, you know that I love open shelving in a kitchen. It is a perfect space to just add a little bit of decor and make the room feel dressed, feel complete, add character where I need to. I could even use it for open storage for plates and bowls if I wanted. But this little corner would have been a very awkward space if I had cabinetry up there to have to reach across the counter in order to utilize it. So instead, I just transformed it with this beautiful tongue and groove walnut and open shelves. And I topped it with a gold gallery rail that matches the hardware fairly well. I love, love, love this side of the kitchen, how much character and charm it has. And then let's head over to the island. I did a 36-inch 60/40 offset apron front sink, which is my favorite. And then I also did that applied molding on these drawers rather than the slab front to make sure that I wasn't losing any detail, especially with this beautiful walnut. And since that walnut is such a bold look, I wanted to make sure that it was throughout the kitchen rather than just in one spot. So it's on the island, it's on the open shelving on the opposite end, and down here it is on the appliance hutch. Most people would call this appliance garage, but I built it so that it looked more like a standalone piece of furniture, even though it serves the purpose of a full appliance hutch for coffee maker, toaster, and microwave. Now, let's look at the finishing touches as they come together, the final pieces of the puzzle 8 months later. The backsplash is from Bedrosians. I will link it in the description for you. It is the same backsplash as my last kitchen, which I absolutely loved. And now let's do a fun back and forth. So let me give you a little tour of what we're going to be doing in this space. Big picture. Not sure if you can hear me okay. But we're taking this wall, moving it forward,